We're ready.
All right, so welcome back. So let's go over just what we're going to do a little bit of a review today of what we did last week, and then we're going to move on and figure out how we got from the Balkan Wars to World War I. All right, let me share my screen here with you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the causes of World War I. So our history standards that we're looking at, we're going to evaluate how the events and developments were shaped by unique circumstances of time and place, as well as broader context, and then we're going to explain the multiple causes of conflict. So the causes of World War I's conflict. Okay, so our learning objective is that the students will be able to describe the conditions in Europe which allowed World War I to take place. Okay, so we talked about vocabulary last week. Let's do a quick review. What does militarism mean?
You want one of us here?
Go ahead, Christy.
It means that the country is all about the military.
Okay, and Wendy, did you have something you wanted to add to that?
Oh, no, I was just wanting to know if you actually want us to answer this time.
Yes, answer the question.
Okay, well, she just answered it.
Okay, so they're all about the military. They tend to use like the military to fix any problems they think they have. Okay, what about alliances? Who can define alliances for me?
That's where different countries work together to do different things.
Yep,
Like if they're going to be a war, they'll have like 2 or 3 or 4 countries together and they're an alliance.
Good. Perfect. And then nationalism. Who can tell me what nationalism means? Yes, Melissa.
Identification of one's nation and supporting its own nation.
Okay, so they're all about their own country, right? Can you tell me one country that we talked about last week that was really nationalistic?
Serbia?
Yep, exactly. Serbia was very nationalistic. Where they talked about like wherever a Serbian is, that is Serbia. So they were very much into their nation. Okay, and then what does imperialism mean? So it's coming from the word empire.
They're better than anybody else, so they're the rulers.
That says they think they're better than anyone else, so they think they should be the rulers.
Yeah, good, exactly. All right. So let's talk about the European alliances in 1914. Who can tell me what the main alliances were?
England, France, and Russia.
Okay, yeah.
And
were
then
one of
Germany,
them.
Austria, Hungary, and Italy were the Triple Alliance.
Yeah, exactly. Now, along with that, you've got Serbia, who is allied with Russia, and the Balkan states were allied with them, with each other. So you had Serbia, Montenegro, Albania, Serbia, Montenegro, Greece, and Bulgaria were all allied during the Balkan Wars, and they were called the Balkan League. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So we just talked about the Balkan League. Who was the Balkan League?
Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece.
And
Albania.
Montenegro.
And Montenegro, yeah.
Albania
exactly.
was not.
Albania was not.
Okay.
So the first Balkan War included the Balkan League, and who were they fighting against?
The Ottoman Empire.
Empire.
Exactly. Why were they fighting against the Ottoman Empire?
They wanted to be free from them?
Yeah.
They were tired of the Ottomans.
They were tired of the Ottomans.
Yeah, exactly. They had been part of the Ottoman Empire for a long time, and they wanted to make sure that the Ottoman Empire was staying out of Europe entirely, and that's why Russia was backing him, because they didn't want to be fighting against the Ottoman Empire either. Okay, so that was the first Balkan War. The second Balkan War, who dissolves the Balkan League?
Serbia.
No, it wasn't Serbia.
Oh, it was Bulgaria.
It was Bulgaria. Bulgaria didn't like how they were dividing up Macedonia. So they turned against Serbia. Serbia invaded where?
Albania.
Albania. Why did they invade Albania, Wendy?
They wanted the seaport.
And what did Austria-Hungary tell Serbia about that?
They
No.
told them that get out.
Told them to get out. And did Serbia fight back, or did they just get out?
They just got out.
Yep. All right, so that takes us back to where we were at the end of last week. We're gonna watch a video to start this one. You ready?
Yeah.
Can you hear it?
No.
There's
Nothing.
nothing running.
You can't see the video either?
No.
Okay, let me try this again.
In the old Bohemian village of Telch. Originally a horse wrangler, Leopold moved on to real horsepower when he became Archduke Franz Ferdinand's chauffeur in
I can hear. I don't see anything.
I can't hear you, Kanga.
Can't hear anything.
You have to go back and forth between the speaker and the microphone. Can you see the YouTube page?
Oh,
No.
I don't see the
It
causes
says
of World War I.
World War One causes of World War One.
It's on the PowerPoint.
The first slide.
Ah, there we go. Well, I'm seeing something.
Now can you see YouTube?
I see.
It says
PowerPoint
video.
slide that you click on to play YouTube.
Okay, let's try that.
Now we see everybody.
I see Kendra.
All right,
I
let's
see
see all
everyone.
of you.
apologize for the technical difficulties. Okay, can you see YouTube now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn my speakers off so you guys can hear what the video says. Put your thumb up if you can hear it, okay?
Sure, most would say World War I started with a gunshot.
Can you make it bigger though?
A lot more to the story. This is Leopold Loika. He was born on September 17, 1886, in the old Bohemian village of Telch. Originally a horse wrangler, Leopold moved on to real horsepower when he became Archduke Franz Ferdinand's chauffeur in 1909. Archduke Ferdinand was first in line to the Austro-Hungarian throne, then occupied by Emperor Franz Joseph I. But serving as emperor wasn't all it was cracked up to be. Austria-Hungary wasn't exactly the most popular European country at the time. 1908, the Austro-Hungarian Empire annexes Bosnia. This ticks off Bosnian nationalists who wanted to unify all southern Slavic countries under one government. Tensions are still high in 1914 when Archduke Ferdinand decides to visit Bosnia. If there were any place where Ferdinand were to get got, Sarajevo, Bosnia's capital, would be it. Despite this, Ferdinand decides to drive around Sarajevo with the top down in his limousine. Leopold Loika is driving when, out of the corner of his eye, he spots a small bomb hurtling towards the Archduke and his wife. He slams on the gas and the bomb misses its target. The bomb was thrown by Nedeljko Čebrinović, a member of the young Serbian nationalist movement. There are a few injuries, but Ferdinand and his wife are unharmed. After gathering their bearings, Leopold drives on to a scheduled meet and greet between the Archduke and local officials. The officials want to take the Archduke on a tour of the city, but Ferdinand instead decides he wants to visit the wounded victims from the bomb attack. He gets back into the car with his wife and has Leopold drive off to the hospital. In all fairness to Leopold, he didn't know the exact route. No map, no GPS. He made a mistake and turned onto the wrong street. Unfortunately for Leopold and the rest of Europe, this was the street where Gavrilo Princip, one of the co-conspirators of the earlier assassination attempt, happened to be having a drink. Princip can't believe his luck. He has an opportunity to finish out what he started earlier that day. The crowd tries to subdue Princip. The Archduke and his wife are left bleeding in the car. One bullet struck the Archduke in the neck, the other his wife in the stomach. Both die within the hour.
All right. So what did we learn about our Archduke and what happened to him?
He went on a wrong road.
Got shot.
Was it something that they thought was going to cause a war at that point? Do you think?
No.
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 Why do you think not?
If that was going to cause a war, a lot of wars would have already been started already.
Yeah, exactly. Let's get back to the slideshow here. So that didn't start the war all by itself, right?
No.
So what it leads into is something called the July Crisis. Okay, so these are the events that led up from the time that the Archduke was assassinated up until we start the war. Okay, so and it was called the July Crisis, even though some of the events didn't happen in July. So the first thing that happens is on June 28th. What happened?
The Archduke and his wife were killed.
Yep. This is the New York Times headline of that. Okay. And on July 5th through 6th, so a few days later, this guy, he is a count from Austria, Hungary, and he goes to Germany on a diplomatic mission saying, hey, are you going to help us out? And Germany says, basically, yeah, you have a blank check. Whatever you feel like you need to do, we're going to back you up. We've got your back. So then a couple weeks later, on July 23rd, Austria issues this ultimatum to Serbia. And this thing is like, you've got to do all of these things and you got to give us all of these people. And it was intended to be impossible for them to comply with this ultimatum. In fact, Germany was really pushing Austria-Hungary to make it so difficult that Serbia couldn't comply. And they didn't think that Serbia would because they were so nationalistic. And this little cartoon image you're seeing here, it says that Serbia must die. And that's a cartoon coming out of Germany at that time. Okay, on July 25th, so Serbia had 2 days to respond to the ultimatum from Austria-Hungary. So 2 days later, on July 25th, they respond to the ultimatum and they meet basically all the demands that they can. And Austria-Hungary says, not good enough, and they break off diplomatic relations to Serbia. So July 26th, Great Britain steps in and says, hey, I will play mediator. You guys want to back down, let's avoid war. But nobody paid attention. They just kept doing their own thing. July 28th, Austria declares war on Serbia. July 30th, Russia declares war. Now, why do you think that Russia would have declared war? Think back
Who did they declare war on?
Austria-Hungary.
Oh.
They were in alliance with Serbia with the now I can't think of the alliance down there.
Yep, they were allied with Serbia.
Yes.
Perfect. So August 1st, Germany declares war. Why would Germany declare war?
That's their alliance with Austria-Hungary.
August 2nd, Germany invaded Luxembourg, that teeny tiny red little country right there. Then the next day, they invaded Belgium and declared war on France. And Italy is part of that triple alliance, right? So you got Germany, Austria, Hungary, Italy. Does Italy join in on their alliance? No,
Nope.
we're neutral. I had a question earlier about Italy if they stayed neutral. About a year later, they decided that they were going to join the fight, but on the side of the Triple Entente, so on England and France and Russia's side, because they figured we can't stay neutral forever and we want to be with the winners, basically. And then, interestingly enough, they flipped back in World War II. So August 3rd, Germany declared war on France. August 4th, Great Britain declared war on Germany. So all the alliances are falling into place, right? They're all doing what they said they're going to.
Yep.
August 6th, Austria-Hungary declares war on Russia. This is Austria-Hungary's flag before they got broken up after this war. And that is how World War I got started.
What year was this?
1914.
Okay.
Okay, so what stood out to you during that presentation? What's something you learned that you didn't know before?
I didn't realize that Italy stayed neutral. I thought that they had joined in the beginning, not later.
No, way later, and on the opposite side of what they had promised they would.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that either. That was surprising.
I have a question.
Yes.
Most wars, it seems like, have an underlying economic reason.
Mm-hmm.
What is the economics of World War One?
So who was the main aggressor besides Austria-Hungary? Austria-Hungary had politics in play because they had their Archduke basically killed. But who was the main aggressor? Who started invading other places?
Russia?
Germany.
Germany. So if you're thinking about that, what would be the main economic reason for this war to be going? If Germany's pushing for this and they're invading other nations, how is that going to help them economically?
They want the natural resources in France.
Exactly, and that's exactly the direction they headed. So that's your answer right there for your economics.
Huh.
All right, any questions before we go to our review?
No.
Okay, so for this review, we're going to play a game of Kahoot. So make sure that you have your device ready. We get this up and running here, and I'll get it shared.
So I have a thing that says game pin.
Yep. Let me share this so you can see it.
Mine's thinking.
Mine's thinking too.
Mine's just waiting for me to put a game pin in.
Okay, now my
pin.
game pin.
Mine's still thinking.
That's fine.
1, 6.
That's it right there.
Yeah, 1165101.
Do I have to put a nickname in?
Yeah, it's gonna ask you for a nickname. You can just put your first name.
Oh wait, that didn't finish. 01.
All right, I'm in.
I'm in.
Mine's still thinking. It's
Nick-
half,
You have to leave your name.
mine's halfway there.
Me and Kiki are in. I see her.
I'm in.
Melissa, is it letting you in?
Yeah, I'm about to be able to type in the code.
Okay. Now, for those of you who haven't played Kahoot before, this is basically a quiz type thing. What you'll see is you're going to see like different questions, and it'll ask you to click a button that corresponds to the correct answer. There's some that are multiple choice, some that are true and false. To be the winner, you want to have the correct answer, and you want to be first. Okay.
I'm very slow, so we'll hope.
Okay. There's 15 questions here.
Question one.
Definition of militarism.
Mine's being slow.
Is it supposed to have, mine has like a diamond and a,
Yeah, so the colors on the page correspond to the colors and the shapes on your devices.
I have to, Okay, desperation, militarism. Wait. No, it said time's up.
Yeah, it ran you out of time. So militarism is being prepared to use force for your national interests.
I was just getting ready to do that when it.
All right,
We're
let's
learning
try
how to
this
do
next
this.
one. Now that you kind of know how this works.
Now my phone just died. Okay, now what?
No, good.
All right. Looks like everybody got it wrong. So you're going to choose the Balkan League nations. Which of these are the Balkan League nations?
I got that one correct.
Yep. So Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, and Montenegro are the Balkan League.
I got that one right too.
All right, Christy got it first.
Yes.
Melissa's the only one that got it wrong. Okay, this nation was extremely nationalistic. All
I
right,
clicked color.
we talked
I
about
went for the
Serbia
blue.
being extremely nationalistic.
Yes.
Need to do some review with you, Melissa.
Well, I meant to click the blue and then my finger slipped.
All right, so this one you're going to define alliance. Which one of these is the definition of alliance? Good job, y'all got it. Formal agreement between two or more nations. Melissa's on the board. Christy's still winning.
Not far behind.
He's the one that shot the Archduke.
It won't let me. I clicked it like 3 times before it finally let me do it.
Well, you got it right. Gavrilo Princip. Okay, true or false? Austria-Hungary invaded Albania.
Oops.
Good job. Who invaded Albania?
Not sorry.
Mhm.
Serbia.
Serbia, yep.
Serbia.
Yep, and Austria-Hungary told them, get out.
I have
Okay,
a fire by my name.
These nations made up the Triple Entente.
No, it's France, Russia, and England.
Good job. Christy's on fire. 6 correct answers in a row.
I'm still in second place.
Yep.
Only
Melissa's
like
catching
100
up some
points
points now.
ahead.
All right, this was a terrorist organization based in Serbia. We talked about this last week.
Oh, I remember.
Oh, I got it wrong.
Black Hand.
I'm gonna
I
be in
got it
first
right.
place. Does this make me in first place?
Oh,
You did.
well, it's that
Bombs on a
myself
streak.
off.
Okay, true or false? Germany invaded Belgium on August 3rd.
I don't remember.
Good job. They did.
I got it.
All right. Question number 10. These nations made up the Triple Alliance. Remember, these are not the allies from World War I. This is the Triple Alliance.
I just got it wrong.
I'm
You guys
still
get messed up because of World War II.
Mm-hmm.
It's confusing because they changed their names between wars. All right. This nation issued a blank check to Austria-Hungary.
That was Germany.
Good job.
You're not supposed to say it out loud, Mom.
I'm sorry.
All right, Wendy's winning still. Which nation was allied with Serbia?
I think I got it wrong again.
I think I did too. It was
Well, you
Russia, huh?
guys each gained a different one. So
I was the only
Russia
one
was
who got
allied
it
with
right.
Serbia because they were allies with the Balkan League.
Mm.
I got confused on that one.
I was the only one who got it right.
Good job, Wendy.
Russia.
I
Okay,
never
true or
win.
false? Austria-Hungary's ultimatum was meant to start a war.
Oh, I hit the wrong button.
That's a hard thing with this game. So yeah, they made it so impossible for Serbia to comply that they basically had to start a war.
I knew it was true, and I hit the false one instead.
All right, this guy's death sparked World War I. Good job. All right, this is the last question coming up. See if we can take Wendy off her post. The only nation amidst all the alliances to stay neutral.
What?
Is the only nation to stay on all the alliances that stayed neutral. I'm missing somebody. Good job.
I kept pushing it, and it wouldn't ever go. I'm second
All right,
place.
third place, Chrissy.
I lost.
Second place, Mom. First place, dun dun dun, Wendy.
Yay!
It was fourth.
And Melissa doesn't
Melissa
get
was
put on.
fourth.
I don't get a podium.
Did you not watch anything?
No, I did. I watched it a week ago.
Oh, I watched the first one last night, and then Kendra actually gave me kind of a thing on today's.
That's why she won.
Well, I
There you
had
go.
some questions
Okay,
about
yeah, that's
what I
we're
learned
gonna
last
end up here with a
night.
few questions that you guys have, and then we'll be done. So, what
Can
questions?
you redo who killed the Archduke and why?
So, who killed the Archduke?
That
Who
Prince
knows it?
guy. Principal guy.
Real
Prince-
Princip. He was a member of a terrorist organization, basically the Bosnian equivalent of the Black Hand. They wanted Austria-Hungary out of the way. They wanted them out of the land because they had annexed Bosnia, and they all wanted to be part of a pan-Slavic state. But since Austria-Hungary took it over, they wanted them out. That's a good question. Any other questions?
No.
Okay. So if somebody asks you what was the main cause of World War I, do you have an answer?
Economics.
Economics definitely always plays a point.
They wanted to crush Serbia.
Yep. So we got all
No,
these different things
Serbia
that are tying
wanted
in,
to
right?
be free.
Yeah, they wanted to be, well, they were free, but they wanted more power, definitely.
Yeah.
So we have all these different things that kind of played together, right? We have all these different alliances that were in play. We have nationalism, especially when you're talking about Serbia and Germany. We've also got the want to have the Ottoman Empire out of Europe. So you've got the Balkan area, which is really just a hot spot. There's all kinds of terrorism going on. What else?
Everybody wanted what everybody else had.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. They wanted land, they wanted more power, and they wanted more pride. But that into that tender box, you throw an assassination, and you end up with a war.
Yep.
All right. So next week we're going to talk more about World War I. What I need you guys to do tonight is I want you to write me 2 paragraphs about the main causes of World War I. What the main,
Christy, I love your
ideas
face.
behind
Do
it.
they have homework?
Yes, you have homework. All right. So if you guys can email that to me once you have those 2 paragraphs written, that'd be great. Otherwise, I will see you next week.